Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com. What vaccines are inactivated vaccines? Inactivated vaccines, also called killed vaccines, are made from a protein or other small pieces taken from a virus or bacteria. They use this component to stimulate the immune system to protect the body against infection. Because the bacteria or virus is dead, it cannot replicate or cause disease. /r/n/r/n vaccines can often be classified as live/attenuated vaccines or inactivated vaccines. While inactivated vaccines have the same aims as live vaccines, namely to generate immunity, including antibodies that fight diseases, they may induce a less robust response and often require multiple doses and/or booster shots to achieve adequate protection. /r/n/r/n vaccines were first developed at the end of the 19th century. The practice of variolation, inoculating an uninfected person with pus from an infected person, was commonly used during the 18th century to prevent bacterial infections like smallpox, and it was also sometimes used for preventing diseases during outbreaks, such as typhoid, plague, and cholera. /r/n/r/n scientists in the 19th century learned that isolating the disease-causing pathogen, killing it, and injecting it into the body could still make the body recognize it as harmful, and trigger a disease-specific response. The first inactivated vaccines were developed during the 1880s and the first general-use cholera vaccine in 1896. /r/n/r/n over the generations, scientists have used different methods to kill pathogens being prepared for inactivated vaccines, including heat, chemicals, and radiation. /r/n/r/n by the 20th century, chemical inactivation was successfully applied to viruses, in some cases involving the whole pathogen and, in others, only part of the pathogen. It is the latter discovery that led to the development of the Subunit vaccine. /r/n/r/n There are 85 single and combination vaccines approved for use by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA. Among these are the many inactivated vaccines, also known as whole-killed vaccines, that protect against the following diseases. /r/n/r/n Novavax is a protein-based vaccine that contains a synthetic SARS-CoV-2 spike protein and matrix M adjuvant, which is an ingredient used to create a stronger immune response. /r/n/r/n Some inactivated vaccines are no longer available in the United States, including those for cholera and plague. /r/n/r/n Along with inactivated vaccines, there are 5 other types of vaccines. /r/n/r/n There are pros and cons to every vaccine. In many cases, there is only one version of a vaccine to choose from. Even so, understanding how inactivated vaccines work can help you understand why vaccine doses differ and why some cost more than others. /r/n/r/n Vaccine durability refers to the time frame that a vaccine is effective. One of the drawbacks of inactivated vaccines is they have less durability, or areduced ability to produce a robust immune response for long-lasting immunity when compared to live-attenuated vaccines. /r/n/r/n While inactivated vaccines may require up to 4 doses to achieve the optimal level of protection, live ones generally require 1 or 2. This is because the immune system can better recognize a bacteria or virus that actively replicates, even if it doesn't cause disease. /r/n/r/n Examples, /r/n/r/n Subunit Vaccine Durability. While subunit vaccines are technically inactivated, they do not involve the whole pathogen, but rather a fragment of a pathogen, and are considered a distinct category of vaccines. The fragment that's used is chosen for its strong antigenic, immune-stimulating, effect. Subunit vaccines often need booster shots to maintain immune protection. /r/n/r/n Because the pathogen in the vaccine is dead, inactivated vaccines have the advantage of being easily stored and shipped, which makes transport easier, especially in parts of the world where resources are limited. /r/n/r/n live vaccines, on the other hand, typically require special shipping and storage requirements. This limitation creates problems in resource-poor areas. These needs can also increase costs and lead to waste due to shorter shelf life. /r/n/r/n storage and shipping have become major topics of concern with the approval of the Moderna and Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines in 2020, both of which require sub-zero storage temperatures. This limits their distribution to sites that have the facilities to properly store them, slowing the rate of vaccination. /r/n/r/n However, Novavax can be stored in standard refrigeration, increasing its access. /r/n/r/n Inactivated vaccines can be given to most people because there is no chance of the dead virus causing disease. /r/n/r/n People who have had an allergic reaction after a previous dose of a vaccine, or have any severe, life-threatening allergies may be advised to avoid that particular vaccine. Talk with your healthcare provider for recommendations. /r/n/r/n With live/attenuated vaccines, the organisms can replicate. This can cause a less intense version of the disease, but it is rarely serious. In some people, mainly those who are immunocompromised, it may cause significant illness. /r/n/r/n With that said, the only vaccine that is known to have reverted to its pathogenic, disease-causing, form is the live oral polio vaccine, which is no longer used in the United States. /r/n/r/n Vaccines are among the greatest achievements of medical science. Irrespective of their type, the benefits in terms of prevention of disease, illness, and death greatly outweigh the risks. /r/n/r/n The avoidance of vaccines not only places you or your child at risk but threatens the resurgence of diseases once thought eliminated. Such is the case with measles, a disease declared eliminated in the United States in 2000 that is making a big comeback due in part to anti-vaccination myths and misconception. /r/n/r/n Organ transplant recipients or anyone taking immunosuppressive drugs, people with HIV, and those undergoing cancer chemotherapy can be at risk of getting an infection from a live vaccine. Not all live vaccines need to be avoided in these situations, but the benefits and risks need to be weighed. /r/n/r/n An example is the nasal spray flu vaccine, which is a live/attenuated vaccine. People who would be at risk from a live vaccine are advised to get another form of flu vaccine, such as the typical flu shot with inactivated virus. /r/n/r/n Inactivated vaccines, made from a protein or other small pieces taken from a virus or bacteria, are used to stimulate the immune system to protect the body against disease, illness, and death. Because there is no chance of the dead virus causing disease, the benefits of inactivated vaccines greatly outweigh the risks for almost everyone. /r/n/r/n Get our printable guide for your next doctor's appointment to help you ask the right questions. /r/n/r/n Sign up for our Health Tip of the Day newsletter, and receive daily tips that will help you live your healthiest life. /r/n/r/n Thank you. Form.email, for signing up. /r/n/r/n There was an error. Please try again. /r/n/r/n rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 80% on prescription drugs.